He needs some milk. He needs some. He needs some. He needs some. Bill. He needs some.
Okay, boys, we are back. It is Monday, June 15th. A lot to get into today. Big show. NBA is over. UFC had their big fight in the White House lawn. A lot of stuff to cover today. Where should we start?
We can start at NBA. I feel like that's a lot. Furthest thing that happened from today
So
over
it's
the
like the
week.
least newsworthy thing. We got to save that to the end. Let me tell you about what just happened.
Okay, what just happened?
I was just out on a run and I saw this gay dude walking, very obviously gay. And part of how I knew he was gay was he was a black dude with hair that was dyed blonde, which is usually pretty gay. But he was walking with his phone and he was texting on his phone. He was walking with his phone in two hands, okay? Which is just a gay way to walk. I don't know.
Yeah,
If you're
elbows
out there
tucked in.
listening, yeah, elbows tucked in, you're holding it at the bottom, right? And I was like, gay. And so the rest of my run, I was thinking, do I ever hold my phone with two hands? Is that just a telltale sign of being gay, especially when you're walking? I feel like it is.
Yeah,
But then on my way back to the apartment on my run, I see another dude, obviously straight. Okay. And he's holding his phone with two hands. But there's a key difference. Okay. And this is the differentiator. If you're gay, you hold it with just everything's at the bottom, right? Like this. What he
face.
was doing was he had one hand like this at the bottom and the other hand up here for support. A much more straight way to hold the phone. It made a big difference, I have to say. So don't get caught
There's,
lacking with your hands at the bottom. It's a bad look.
yeah, and there's a pretty easy explanation for all this.
Let me hear
As
it.
we know, gays are a lot of feminine energy, and straights are masculine energy. And what does masculinity and femininity have? Femininity have that differentiates. Masculinity is all logical. Everything's for a purpose.
Okay.
Femininity is just like feels and emotions, and you feel a little more secure if you hold your phone super tight down about here. Masculinity is more logical. Like I need support on the side. I think
Okay.
that's as much as we need to get into
I
that.
like that. Yeah, I was wondering where you were going with that, but I think you landed the plane there pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
Eh, Okay, so right after that, so that goes down. I get back, I have a shower, and then I'm sitting at dinner. Cynthia hits me with this one. This was a real doozy. She goes, I didn't realize Carmelo Anthony was in prison for murder. I was like, yeah. What do you mean?
Wait,
And she just like, Carmelo Anthony. I didn't know he killed a guy. And I was like, okay, yeah, no. Two Carmelo Anthonys. Not the basketball player Carmelo Anthony. The kid that stabbed the guy at the track meet was Carmelo Anthony. But this was crazy to hear from her because earlier in the day I saw a TikTok and this guy was talking about how Carmelo Anthony has just been erased from NBA history. Okay, let me lay it out for you. Jokic stole his number.
true.
Kevin Durant took his Olympic record.
Yes.
James Harden took his spot on the top 10 all time scoring list. James Harden
Wow.
knocked him out. LaMelo Ball took his nickname. And Jalen Brunson took New York from him.
Yeah.
Like that was like the one thing we could say about Melo was like, yeah, he didn't really win anything, but like he was the Knicks guy and he's a New York guy, and New York loved Melo. But
Yeah.
now it's like it's Brunson,
It's,
period. Well, I want to
yeah.
talk more about greatest Nick of all time, but and then you put the Carmelo Anthony murderer on top of all that. Has anybody had a worse little stretch here than my Melo, our Melo?
Yeah. How long has this stretch been going on? When did it start? Probably Jokic taking 15 and getting drafted with the Nuggets, and then
Started
Tim
then.
Duncan. Yeah.
Yeah. And that whole debate happened where should they have retired the number. I think Denver definitely made the right choice by not retiring the number.
Yeah, come
But
on.
yeah, I don't know. Jokic, like, come on, bro, choose a different number. Be 55.
I don't think that's fair because Jokic was 15
I know.
his whole life too.
I know. It is not
And he's
fair to put that
clearly
on
the better
Jokic.
player. Like it's like
Totally.
asking, yeah, it's like asking LeBron not to wear six because whoever wore six in Miami was clearly not better than LeBron.
Yeah. Um, okay, so not great for Melo. Yeah, let's jump over to the NBA and talk about the Knicks winning the finals. I mean, there's not much to say that's not already been said.
Yeah,
Um, I'm thinking back at this playoffs. We were talking about it last night. Probably like a B plus playoffs overall.
I think
Fine.
final. Yeah, final. I think leading up to the finals was good. Even early finals was very good, very fun. But any kind of sweep in any series, you're like, all right, well, this was clearly not that great of a series. You need to get at least six or seven, 6 games for it to be a electric, for it to be considered an electric series. And finals, unless it's your own team you're rooting for, everybody's rooting for long series. So
Yeah, but
I think that's what killed it.
as far as 5 game finals goes, this was like as competitive of a 5 game series as you'll have. I think the total point differential ended up being like Knicks plus 12. Like this was super close. And compare that
Yeah,
to the 7 game Spurs Thunder series that had the epic game one and then just like a bunch of junk games in the middle. Then game seven was
yeah,
pretty damn good too. Like, I don't know. I thought the finals was more entertaining than that 7 game series.
that's fair. That's fair. But I think B plus is very very realistic. We've seen a lot better, but it
I
wasn't
agree.
that bad. We watched.
But it was great. I mean, I really enjoyed it, especially, and we talked about the finals, just it feeling super big. Couple things out of the last game and like the post game interview. Rick Brunson saying that he just was shitting on Jalen. Like they have Jalen and Rick Brunson up to talk to the inside the NBA guys. And first he says that Patrick Ewing's the best Nick of all time. And then Charles is like victory lapping that he said a few years ago that Jalen Brunson is the best free agent signing of all time. And he's like very happy that that has come to fruition. And then they don't even ask Rick about this, but Rick jumps in. And he's like, "No, the best free agent signing of all time was you, Shaq. You were the best one." It's like, dude, are you gonna give your son credit for anything?
I know
But also at the same time, I'm
different.
thinking like, this dude knows how to push Jalen's buttons probably better than anybody. Like,
Oh,
you don't get your son to be this overachieving 6'1" Finals MVP without like knowing how to motivate him. So maybe this is all just part of the elite parenting that has gotten him. I mean, is he number one on the NBA parent power ranking right now? It's him, it's LeVar Ball, it's LeBron, Del Curry.
Doc
Anyone
Rivers.
else? Doc Rivers, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, not as much anymore, but he
No, yeah,
he was.
yeah.
It's a good one.
He's sperm was out there hooping.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, did you know that Austin Rivers is married to no. What is it? Like the either Austin Rivers is like married to Steph Curry's sister,
Oh,
or Seth Curry is married to Austin Rivers' sister. Like they're
now
in-laws, the family.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sabonis, another.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's not both. I don't know if the old Sabonis was a Hall of Famer or anything, but both very good NBA players.
Rick is probably number one though, being coach and dad, and Jalen being Finals MVP. Pretty elite.
For now, I suppose. Curry though. Curry's two
Yeah, but
sons, two sons in the NBA. One is the best point guard of all time.
mhm.
Finals MVP, 4-time NBA champion. Yeah, I think he's solid in number two though. I'd say.
Okay, that's fair. What else about the finals? So Brunson, a lot has been made about Brunson taking $113 million less to um, extend with the Knicks.
Yeah, I never know what to think about these situations because I can't help I can't hate on it. I think that's a very respectable move as a superstar to take less money to make your team competitive. But what does that say about your like inner belief? Like you're
Yeah,
like, I'm not worth this much because I can't do it by myself. I need help. Does that make sense?
yeah. I think there's definitely like an admirable level of self awareness for Jalen Brunson to say like, I could get this money, but I do need the help. Like I respect that, but I
Yeah.
also think there's varying levels of I want to give credit to these guys. Where
Yeah.
if we're talking about like LeBron has never taken a pay cut, but LeBron has no dad. LeBron came from poverty in Akron, Ohio. Like Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
his dad played in the NBA. He's been wealthy kind of his whole life, you know? So like him
So
taking a
wealthy.
pay cut is a little less impressive to me.
Yes, so wealthy that he had a Jewish wedding.
He did. Oh, his
You had
wife
a
is
picture on
Jewish.
Twitter? Yeah, they had like a Jewish wedding. Um, so yeah,
Like
married into wealth, I'm sure too. So yeah, you're right. Like 20 mil extra on top of what was it, 113 or whatever is probably like not that big of a deal.
Kevin Garnett took like a big pay cut after winning MVP. Like that was like when he was on the Timberwolves.
Hmm.
That's way more impressive than Brunson. But I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, it just is another point for Brunson, in the leadership category that we talked about a few weeks ago. Like it's real.
Yeah. No, Bronson's cool, man. He's very likable now too. I'm not so sure that he fits into like I know we were talking about Melo earlier. Melo was just such a Nick. Like he was through and through. When you think about Knicks, it's Melo. I can't. I still don't see that with Brunson. He's. I don't know. How long do you think he's gonna stay there for the rest of his career? Maybe.
Yeah, he's minted. He's never leaving. He's going to retire at Nick. I feel like he's the Nick because one, they call him the captain. They make this big deal about him being the captain, which
Yeah.
is a very New York thing, right? It's like started with Jeter or at
Yeah.
least in my lifetime, started with Jeter, now Judge. It's a very New York thing. Two, like everybody is wearing Brunson jerseys everywhere. There are just Brunson jerseys everywhere you go. Hoboken, New York City,
Really.
like everywhere. So it's like, yeah, he is the guy. Like I was
That's,
thinking earlier, the day that I was walking around the city last week, I think it was the day of the Trump game or the day of Game 4, there was probably a higher percentage of people wearing Knicks stuff just in the city. Okay, let's take out employees. Like if you're a waiter at a restaurant, you can't wear Knicks stuff. We're taking you guys out. But just people that are walking around in their daily life, the percentage of people that was wearing Knicks gear was probably higher than what you will find people wearing Chargers gear at a Chargers game.
I see. I see why you want that to be that impressive, but we're talking about the
I mean,
Chargers.
but we're talking about just like in randomly in a city.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not talking
That's
about at a Knicks game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
It
I
was
still
crazy.
think I still think that we're gonna have to see it at the end of Bronson's career, and we'll see what he does like next couple of years. But it's too soon to declare him the greatest Nick of all time.
I don't. I'm ready. He is.
Championship's big though, yeah. I mean,
45 points in a closeout game on the road.
yeah.
And
I mean,
just the way he does it, man. Like,
yeah, and yeah, the closeout. I've seen him getting a lot of praise for like being like everybody was struggling in that game. It was a low scoring game. Nobody could get it going, and he was the only one who stepped up and really showed out. So that's big in a big game like that. And to your point, after Jokic won the finals for the Nuggets, the first one ever, there was no doubt in anybody's mind that he was the greatest Nugget of all time. So I do get what you're saying. I think it's very valid.
I feel like we're desensitized to 45-point games, but that's because we see games that are 113 to 117 final scores. But this wasn't that. He scored
Mhm.
45 points and they scored, what, 95? Like,
Yeah,
that's just
like yeah,
crazy.
50% of the points. Yeah.
Also, terrible look for dudes out there who clown on other men for liking sports. You know this? Like, obviously, we see it all the time. Like, oh, you're going to wear another man's
Oh
name on
yeah.
your back. Terrible look for those guys because you look at these Knicks games, like you've got just elite human capital at these games. It's nothing but actors and billionaires and other athletes. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, fucking, even if you're dominating in life, in business, and in the arts, if you're fucking Ben Stiller, who's just like one of our most successful actors and fucking makes Severance, or you're Timothy Chalamet, who's like, our
Get
best young actor.
Wissam
Um,
Leap.
yeah, you just it's cool to like sports. So I think those terrible week for those those manosphere type of dudes.
And they
Not to mention
deserve it.
Clav is ugly now. Have you seen this? Clav got a nose job and he's all swollen. It looks terrible.
Um,
He's descending.
no,
It's not
I
good.
actually haven't seen a lot of Clive content. Didn't he get hospitalized or some shit?
Well, he got a nose job and he's all swollen. He looks terrible. I don't know why he should have just gone away, but for like a couple of months. But I guess you don't want to be out of the limelight for too long.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the momentum of content presence.
I saw his mom again the other day. I really need to work up the courage to say something to her. I think if I say, "Are you Clav's mom?" either she'll say yes and know what I'm talking about, or it'll be obvious that she is not.
Hmm. She could also. You think she'd be embarrassed? You think she's a proud mom?
If I say it like that, I feel like she'll understand that I'm a supporter, which I am.
But will be? Is she a supporter? You think?
I don't know. There are these videos, these clips of her calling him asking for money. So if you're doing that, you got to kind of be on board.
But somebody from she lives. Somebody from Hoboken, a female. I imagine super lib, kind of like probably very against of everything Clav says.
Maybe. I don't know. Their house is like a $3 million house. They might just be rich, like not lib. Lib, like the lib elite's like upper middle class. I feel like once you get out of that, like you're kind of back on Team Red. I don't know. We'll find
I
out.
don't
I'll
know.
find out. I'm gonna
Yeah,
chat her up next time I see her. I'm not gonna puss out next time.
yeah. Keep us posted.
Okay. Anything else on the finals?
No, I mean, I'll ask you this. I guess too soon. Predictions of next finals. You can't choose OKC and you can't choose the Knicks.
Okay. I'm excited for the East because we got the Pacers coming back. The Pacers
Ooh.
fucked themselves a little bit with their whole trading for Zubats. That wasn't a great move.
Hmm.
And but they're going to be back. They're going to be a force. I'm excited to see the Eastern Conference with the Celtics coming back. Celtics are in the mix for Giannis. The Heat are in the mix for Giannis. Um, I don't know. I'm just excited, but I think that if I had to pick a team, I'd pick the Spurs.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely something to be said. Like we might need to revisit a little bit this whole Thunder Spurs thing. Once the dust settles a little bit more, it's like, okay, Jalen Williams being hurt, that was actually a pretty huge deal.
Yeah, it was.
Especially because the Spurs weren't fucking amazing. They're not awesome because clearly they lost.
Yeah.
So
No.
I'm excited for that rematch next year. We're
Yeah.
set up for like a lot of great storylines. Like if the Spurs had won and Wemby had already gotten his title at 22, that would have been like I think we got the best scenario for like all the narratives. Like we got Wemby coming back, like he got his punch in the gut. He's going to come back stronger. The Knicks got their finals, which everybody seems to have liked, and now we've got the Thunder tasted their own blood, and we've got all these East teams coming back. We got an amazing draft. We've got young guys coming up, getting older. Flag, Harper. I mean, the Mavericks are coming back and getting healthier. Kyrie's coming back.
I
Get me
think
back to the NBA.
I think just because we are so far removed from the dynasty eras that it's very hard to get back in the finals, especially when you're coming out of the West. So I think neither of those teams make back. I think it's gonna be somebody else's turn.
If
Wolves,
you had to
maybe.
throw out a team,
I don't see it either. But who else? It's not gonna be Lakers. Nuggets are struggling. That's the only team that's like really good roster wise, deep, and they just ran into the wrong team in the playoffs. I think.
I know.
I think. I
Yeah, I don't
think.
know.
I think Wolves match up really well against OKC this year, at least.
They do, yeah, they do, but they just like, well, not OKC. I don't think they match up well with OKC.
They got smoked by OKC the year before. Yeah,
I just think that they're always just going to hit a limitation if Julius Randle is like a significant player in their team.
I
You
know.
know,
Yeah,
if that's their second best scorer, you're fucked.
they got to get rid of him. He's such a loser when he gets to like anything in playoffs. He's just not the guy.
I think I saw a fake trade Julius Randle and DiVincenzo like that. Basically, that's the Towns package, right? For Fox.
Oof.
I mean, are either of those packages very exciting? Like everybody thinks that Fox is the worst player of all time right now.
Yeah, and everybody always thinks that Randall is the worst player of all time. But I just don't. Who's the winner in that? Like, do I guess Mike Conley needs to be replaced, right?
Yeah,
At the one position. Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
just
interesting.
like
Any
everybody
big,
wants
any big free agents this coming up off season?
Walker Kessler's like restricted, but yeah, not really. NBA free agency is kind of beat now.
Yeah,
It,
it's all trades.
it's
Is
just
it too
like
easy to trade in
no,
the
it's hard.
NBA?
It's hard.
Like we see a lot more though, especially player for player trades.
You know,
Oh,
the thing that's weird is like everybody wants the fucking Spurs to ship De'Aaron Fox out. You know, everybody's thinks that he's the worst player of all time, like I just said. But like, okay, are you going to sell low on him? You know, when the perception is at an all-time low, is that what you're going to do as the Spurs? And also, wasn't he hurt? You know, like he
yeah.
wasn't good. He was bad, but he had a high ankle sprain. So like, you really going to sell low? Like, I don't know. I think they got to just bring the whole team back next year. Maybe try to rehabilitate his image a little bit. Maybe trade him at the deadline. Trading
There's,
him now seems so stupid.
there's some good names on here though.
Who we got?
Thanasis.
Okay, that is a good name.
Yeah, Thanasis and Alex Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo. I can't. Slowing it down makes it harder to say.
Wait, so they named their kids Giannis, Thanasis, and Alex?
Yeah, I guess.
What the fuck? What, they run out
Yeah,
of letters?
all three forwards too. What a blessing. Um, DeAndre Ayton's a free agent. Um, oh, Bogdan Bogdanovic. That could be a.
Okay.
Come on, that's a guard. That's a good point guard. For the for the Wolves, I feel like that would be a cool addition to them, especially to replace Jordan Clarkson.
Okay, so
No,
no. So there's nobody good.
not superstars, but a lot of Seth Curry.
A lot of like eighth men, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Dort's a free agent.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm listening.
Yeah. Andre Drummond, DeAndre Ayton. What's? He's only 27 years old. That's so crazy, dude. That
I
is
know.
insane. Kyle Anderson.
Slow mo.
Wow. Yeah, it's actually bad for the Wolves. He's a big bench guy for them, isn't he? Maybe
He
not this
was
year.
like a couple
Yeah,
years
not
ago.
this year. Yeah, you're right. He's 32. Yeah, he probably doesn't get that many minutes. Yeah, not crazy sexy names on the free agency list. So we'll see. We'll see. Probably gonna be most of the same teams running it back.
It's all about Giannis this offseason. That's really it.
Where do you want to see Giannis go? I think Heat is really cool, but
Is it though? Like if he just goes there, like is he gonna play with Bam? Like is that gonna be fun? Like are they gonna be a contender? Probably not. Also, don't really
mm,
like watching Giannis play basketball. Sorry to say, hand up, don't love it. Like he's kind of just like a big brute. It's not my style of basketball player I like to watch.
oh really? That's the only style you beat me in 2K by.
Yeah, but that's different. We're not talking about walking, or we're talking about watching, not playing. Jeez, goodness
Okay.
me.
All right. Yeah, he's very one trick pony. Hasn't really improved on anything else besides being fast and strong and tall and athletic.
Him and
So
Tatum, it would be a weird combo. But I
yeah,
wouldn't mind seeing this. Just from an intrigue perspective, I wouldn't mind seeing the Celtics shake it up. That would be fun. I'm
who's
pretty
Celtics?
good on watching Jalen and Jason together.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, they're saying like a Jalen goes like a three teamer. Jalen goes to like Portland. Portland sends a ton of picks to Milwaukee and like a couple young players, and then the Celtics get Giannis.
Yeah, it sounds awful for Portland.
Yeah, not great. Okay, so that's NBA. It sucks, man. I hate, and this even set in during the finals. Like I just love the beginning of the playoffs, having something to watch every night, and I hate not having that now. We're going into such a dead zone. I mean, thank God the women have Love Island. Are you on this? Are you watching Love Island?
No, but everybody is. Seems like. Do I need to?
I
Do I need
know.
to tune in? I
It's the
can't.
NBA playoffs for chicks. It's they release an episode every night.
Really?
They did, yeah. It's
Okay, I gotta respect that. Yeah, I love when TV shows are just like we're just gonna grind it out. I don't care how shit this TV show is. We got momentum, and we're gonna give people what they want. I really do respect that. That's
especially
awesome.
a reality show when you're just like you got tons of footage. They're just people in a house.
Yeah,
It's
and you can
great.
stretch. You can stretch those interactions. Like you'll see the drama additions to the clips they produce, and uh, glue together all these different interactions. I feel like when you watch the shows, you always watch it like those two things clearly did not happen at the same time. But we,
Yeah,
we all just buy it. We all just eat it up.
I know.
They'll be wearing totally different outfits. Their hair is gonna be different. There's a clip of Ray J from I don't know what show he was on. Probably like uh, what is it called? Love Hip Hop or something.
Hmm.
Anyway, there's a clip of him. He was viral a few years back when he's like every time they cut the scene back to him, his hat is like in a complete
Different.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's so good because we're like, all right, we gotta act like this was like shot in one conversation. It's clearly over many hours of
that's
footage.
the show where the clip is from, where the woman is like throwing shit on him and he pushes her in the pool, like does a
It's the
little
same
side step.
show, I think. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, it's the same show. It's not the same clip though. Ray
Dude, I
J.
saw a clip of Ray J today. He was on stream with Adrian Broner and Dean. Do you know these two?
I do know those two. Yeah,
Okay, all right,
Adrian
good, good,
Broner was a
good.
fucking beast boxer. It's kind of sad.
Oh, you don't want to see a retired athlete get his money up?
Love and hip hop. So I was right, but no, he's just looks like he's going through some fucking very bad alcoholic fucking um
7 issues with alcohol.
yeah, right, and online, on live Twitch stream. It's always sad to see people just kind of like throw their lives away for a little bit of clout.
I agree. Hold on, let me refresh. I'm echoing like crazy. 1 second. All right, test, test, test. All right, we're back. We're good.
Oh,
Are we good?
I am good. I just
All right, cool.
yeah,
Sorry for the technical difficulties, gang.
it's all good, family.
They asked Ray J, what's the freakiest thing he's ever done? Did you see this clip?
No, can I guess?
Yeah, you're not going to get it right.
Is it toes and ass? Somebody's toes and somebody's ass.
Nah.
Am I close?
Yeah,
Is
kind
it
of.
penetration? Okay,
No, it's not penetration, actually.
but it's some ass play then. Getting his
Yeah.
ass beat out.
If that's the freakiest shit Ray J's ever done, he's a pussy. No.
I know. Yeah, that was a weak guess. It's ass play.
Not his ass.
Oh, okay. So him going in somebody's ass with something.
Close.
All right. What is it?
We're talking about Ray J here. This guy's probably he's probably had every sexual experience possible.
Okay.
Said he got shit on, 4 pounds of shit on his chest. And he said he had to go to the shower to get it off, and he had to claw it off because it was so stuck on his body. Disgusting. And actually, that makes me think. I got to pull up this clip that I saved right before we started recording here. So give me a second.
I'm not the one to kink shame or anything, but how could that stimulate anybody sexually?
I think it's here. This clip might feed into that.
And makes you gay. The studies have shown that. Really? The longer you watch porn, the more likely you are to become homosexual. Well, because you're doing gay stuff, as you just proved. Yeah. And studies have shown that because it is such a hardcore drug, you know that porn's a way more hardcore drug than any substance we've ever measured, right? Yeah. And so because you always need a harder hit, eventually you're watching darker stuff. A different hit. You need different. Yeah, so then you're watching kids. Yeah. And then you're watching tranny porn.
Whoa.
And so there's been all these studies showing like the dudes who start watching tranny porn, they start questioning their gender. So like porn doesn't make you gay, it also makes you trans. Jeez. So it's the best way to.
All right. I see the logic in it. And
Well,
I feel very good because that means I'm not too far gone. Maybe that's the line. We're like, oh shit, like I'm starting to become curious about all these other trans or gay sex. Maybe that's when you're like, okay, too much porn. I gotta cut it off.
totally. And I put in the comments. I said, "Marked safe from falling down the tranny porn rabbit hole."
Yes,
You
let's
know.
go. Hey, congrats, man. That's huge for us.
Well, that's
Wow.
why I'm a big most viewed guy, and I've told you this. I like to figure out what the boys are watching. I go to most viewed. It keeps me on the straight and narrow. Everything is pretty above board up there. We're just talking stepsis, stepmom. Um, that's pretty much it. A lot of that.
That's what the boys are watching these days, unfortunately.
Yeah, and until I actually have a stepmom, I'm not worried. So
Yeah.
I'm not really. But crazy, right? Yeah, and so the reason I brought that up is like, yeah, how do you get to the point where women are shitting 4 pounds of shit on your chest? It's you do everything else
Yeah,
basically.
too much sex.
Yeah,
Just incentivized in every kind of sexual interaction. So what's next? He's gonna turn also gay? Probably, right? That's where that roll
probably
down.
if he's not already. I mean, I saw two dudes in a video. It's a bad start to a sentence, but on a
Nervous.
poll, um, they were celebrating the Knicks. They were just on a fucking light post making out with each other. And I see
Oh.
people commenting like these guys aren't even gay. They're just that hyped up from the Knicks winning the finals.
Uh,
I gotta. I don't know what kind of sports thing would make me want to make out with a dude. I don't even know. I don't think there is a sports thing anymore. Maybe like if what's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. If Stidham had like thrown for 5 touchdowns in the AFC Championship game, 158.3 passer rating, we beat the Patriots 38-3, and then we go into the Super Bowl and win like 28-10, and he's just Super Bowl MVP and is incredible. I'm gonna make out with a dude if that happened.
Yeah.
That might be it.
yeah, you kiss Alex right in the mouth.
I would. I would.
No, I get it.
Alex posted on Instagram that it's been 6 months since he bought a new shoe, and he made an announcement about it. I thought it was intense. I'm praying for him.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Me too.
Hope you're doing good, Alex.
Me too. Hopefully, doing better than that chick that got thrown off of the cliff. That was really something. What did she say? She must have been so annoying for them to just chuck her like that.
Uh, I don't know.
I
don't know
love the
what-
idea of them throwing her and scattering into the woods. I think that's hilarious. That they found them like with helicopters. They're just like, looking up, like trying to stay hidden. That was killing me.
What killed me was the reaction by the two guys throwing her abroad and then looking back, and they're just like, "Well, that rope's supposed to be like unwinded, and it's not." I mean, I can't imagine where that stomach went after the feeling they got in their stomachs, or man, I don't know.
Crazy.
I'll say this though, it didn't even look that high.
130 feet.
So when I watched the video, the unedited one, when they actually see her impact, it looked like I thought it was gonna be like one of those. It was more like boop,
I know, it's quick.
Sorry to add cartoon noises. Now it doesn't help that she face planted, whatever. But I imagine if they didn't throw face down first, she might have survived.
Well, you make a great point. Like, I don't watch a lot of bungee jumping videos, I'll admit, but is the standard protocol to hold them above your head and throw them out in like a swan dive?
It
That
can
can't be
be.
normal.
It can be. Also, at what point do we also blame her a little bit? Not to victim blame, but like,
Before she hit the ground, I was blaming her, dude.
yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm not even looking back to
And
make
also,
sure.
before they lift you up, you're not touching yourself. You're not
Yeah,
like, hey, what's
hugging,
up?
checking the thing, right? Like, hey, I don't know these people. Make sure. Yeah,
And I hate to say this, except for the fact that I don't, but
probably love it
this was
actually.
not this was not like a sanctioned
Mm-mm. It was
type
a
of
yeah,
business. You
yeah.
know, this was like, we probably don't want to pay the $500 for this bungee jumping. We'll go with this crew. They're a little sketchier. They're doing it for 200 bucks. We'll save some money.
Save
And
some money, but they also throw you off the bridge, holding you up, throw you off like a bag of garbage.
yeah, let's not cut corners on cost when we're talking bungee jumping, skydiving. There was a
Yeah,
skydiving
scuba
incident
diving.
yesterday. Scuba diving too, right? There was a skydiving incident yesterday in Missouri too. Like 11 people died in a crash, and there was a helicopter crash where this fucking like pseudo celebrity guy died.
Yeah,
I'd never really seen him before, but
yeah, singer. Yeah,
Logan Paul was crying.
helicopters crashed apparently.
Wait, what
One,
happened? They crashed into each other?
yeah, two helicopters crashed into to each other. One had like one person on it. The other one had like five, and the five one was one of the singer. What was his name?
I don't know his name, but damn, yeah, that's the thing that sucks about flying in the sky. It's so damn narrow up there. You can just run into each other.
I know. Yeah, Ty. Oh yeah, it's that goofy guy with the goofy hair.
Hmm.
He was on. He's always on like funny podcasts and stuff.
I saw clips of him with that Ethan Klein fellow.
Yeah, Oliver Tree, his name. Let's see. What do we know? Okay, maybe I was. Oh yeah, two helicopters. Two helicopters collided over Rio de Janeiro and crashed in the city's western zone. Tree's name was on a list of passengers handed to aviation authorities. Yeah, two helicopters just fucking. I mean, okay, not to be laughing about this stuff, but you think it was one of those situations when two pilots were like, "You go right," and then he messed himself up and he also went right.
Like they're two dudes in a hallway, like dancing with each other. You know, like
Yeah.
trying to get by each other.
And then he crashed and died both. Yeah, it's probably, I imagine. Have you seen Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett? I think his name is. No,
Okay, no, I haven't.
like the opening scene, not opening scene, but one of the first scenes is these two dudes are pilots and they're being reckless and they're like going at each other. They want to do a trick when they like dodge each other, and the
Okay.
last they confuse each other. He's like, "Wait, are you saying you?" No, go left. I feel like maybe something like that was going on. Even
Perhaps.
maybe
Let's
they're
not
just
play
being
games
too
up in the
loose.
air there, guys.
I was gonna say, let's not do that. Speaking of, I don't know if we're ready to move on, but speaking of air and flying, did you watch the flyover show over UFC 250 at the White House?
I did.
That looked badass. I really
I
enjoyed
think
that.
that was probably the most fun I've ever had watching a UFC event. I thought it was
Yeah.
really great.
I'll take it a step further, and that's probably the most fun I've had to watch any sporting event, not being like Broncos big playoff or Super Bowl.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have fun with the Michelle Obama thing. I got to be honest. I didn't like that as much as I love that rumor and as much as I believe it. I
Yeah.
think that was probably the end of that joke slash conspiracy theory being fun. It's gone too mainstream. That dude said it in kind of a not funny, tasteless way. It
Yeah.
is making Trump look really bad. It's making the event look bad, even though
Yeah.
it was a great event.
It was a great event. And
It just wasn't fun.
yeah, you're right. There's He was just a degenerate who fucking kind of put a taint on, but not taint on, but he tainted the whole thing a little bit, right?
He
Like,
did.
wanted to get a little viral moment. So I agree. But otherwise, though, I think the whole thing was very for a UFC fight, a UFC event. It was very classy, very well done overall. Like the walkouts were cool. Like people were coming out of the Oval Office. Justin Gaethje's come out was like he literally looking at the Declaration of Independence, like he can't read. He definitely can't. Walks down the little outdoor hallway. Uh, you had Sugar Sean O'Malley doing the intro from the front of the White House through the main hall, or in the backyard. I don't know, man. I really enjoyed the optics of it, and the visually was very, very pleasing. I also thought it was really cool how every fighter had like a Medal of Honor recipient and a law enforcement or law enforcement guy kind of like walking them out, just kind of like giving shout out to those guys. You know, people who've been heroic for the country. I think overall, it definitely exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be a little trashy, and I was very skeptical about if it was a good idea to, get this kind of event and this kind of sport into a White House. I was like, let's. I still have White House to me still like, hey, this is like a place of the presidents and
It's a serious place, yeah.
serious stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well said. So I was skeptical, but I thought it was done very, very tastefully. I enjoyed it a lot.
Me too, man. I love the intros like you did. The music, I didn't like the live music for the intro, like the walkouts was a little. I didn't love that, but that's a nitpick. And yeah, you see these libs complaining on Twitter about it being a trashy event and it being a little bit white trash because of like they saw the like the motocross guys like doing
Yeah,
jumps and shit, and it's just like that's like a very like real part of America that I know you all want to act like doesn't exist. You want to act like NASCAR is just not
yeah,
real and like the South isn't real and there's no such thing as white culture and like these things are embarrassing to you. But that's American culture, man. Like I thought it was such an American night, and yeah, it does suck that that guy did taint it a little bit. I wonder if Dana White is like pissed off at him. It's like the only thing that could tarnish this is some retard saying something idiotic up there, and now CNN's doing like full segments where they've got the chevron at the bottom that says like UFC fighter
yeah.
attacks Michelle Obama, and you got like Shannon Sharp saying like that is like a racist thing. First of all, I don't know how it's racist. What's racist about saying Michelle Obama's a man? Can someone explain that to me?
I don't think it's anything ist. Can be sexist, racist, uh,
Truest,
yeah,
realist,
realist,
dopest.
conspiracist.
It's
You
just
get
like one of those things where it's like, it's you're in on a joke, but then when the joke breaks out, and jokes just get uncool pretty fast, and
yeah,
I think that it just kind of got uncool when that happened last night. It's like
I agree.
it's not like a counterculture thing anymore if you're doing that in front of the White House, like it's gay.
Yeah,
But uniquely American, and contrast that with the World Cup that's going on. I've got Europeans and Mexicans walking around Hoboken, like you can spot them. You know,
hmm.
Europeans love to say that I can spot Americans a mile away. It's like, yeah, ditto. Like you guys, your shirts are way too tight. We don't walk around in soccer jerseys. Like the tight soccer jerseys with the cargo shorts and like Birkenstocks. It's like I've seen
No
and a
socks.
buzz cut fade. Yeah,
Yeah,
no socks. Yeah, I've been seeing these guys a lot. Um, so yeah, nothing American about the World Cup, even though it is here. I've enjoyed seeing Europeans glaze America, like
you see,
on the internet.
yeah, Europeans and Japanese. Japanese are seem to loving it out here.
Nice.
They tried a lot of delicious food and a lot of Texas barbecue. They kept talking about in one clip.
Yep. I love. I don't think I'll ever get over foreigners and their fascination with Americans and our relationship with food. Like, remember when Timmy came? Like, Timmy was like, "What do you guys eat? Like candy for breakfast?" And like everything's like a double meal, and like the portions are all huge. I love that.
We did feed them a pizza with gajillion pepperonis on it.
I know. Yeah. Well, Tony Baloney's. Yeah, that does. That is textbook like American, just overindulgence. gluttony,
Damn,
all that stuff.
I had a big pizza kick the other day. I was really craving it, and in back of my mind, I was just thinking about uh, that big Tony's. You said
Tony
it's like
Baloney's, yeah.
the bologna's. Yeah, thinking of that, I was like, oh, I just want pepperoni pizza with like like billion fucking pepperonis on it, and just like when they put that juice over it, I need that. I need that. I'll say one thing, man. You guys up north got some fucking great Italian food and pizzas and all that stuff. Every time I'm up there and I try it, I'm like, damn, this is good. I miss it.
It's elite. I know the best Italian food in the world is in the Northeast. I'll stand by that. I went crazy on some food. So Saturday we had the Charles Giacometti fourth annual
Oh
golf
yeah,
tournament. So I played with Stevie and Hunter. Just a fantastic day. We got after it way too hard, way too fast. We were fucked up in the front nine. We had to all stop drinking pretty much.
who
Um,
was it from your side? It was a Sea Jog, or did he not end up
now
going?
he ended up ditching us, so it was just the three of
Okay,
us. So we had an extra guy. Like every hole, someone would be Adam
gotcha.
and Adam, and so somebody would hit twice. But I got home that night and I got McDonald's. Well, I was gonna stay over. I book a hotel while we're out on the course. It's like 180 bucks for the night. And I go to the course, or I go to the hotel after dinner at the, we do the tournament, we have dinner at the golf course, and then I go to the hotel. I get there, it looked closed, it looked ran down. It was the most disgusting hotel I've ever seen. I
Ooh.
go in there, I try to check in. There's nobody at the front desk. This little Indian guy comes running out, and he's just like, "Are you trying to check in?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I am." And he's giving me the rundown. I swipe my card, and he's like, "Okay, a few things to know." This is right after I check in. It's like, one, TV's not working. It's like, okay. Like, my plan was just to fucking chill, not have to drive home, and just watch the Knicks game. TVs aren't working. And he's like, second thing, water, it's going to start out brown when it comes out. You just got to let it run.
Yep, lost me there, bud.
It was the most disgusting thing ever. I end up going to the room, turn on the shower because we're out golfing. It was brown for a good like 30 seconds. I let it run. It finally gets clear. I'm just like, I'm taking the quickest shower of all time. Take a quick shower, and I'm just like getting dressed. I'm like, do I stay here? Fuck this. And so I just leave and I go home. I get home and I ordered McDonald's. This was my order. Just for order for one, please. Three double cheeseburgers,
Mm-hmm.
two McChickens,
Oh,
one large fry, one 3-pack of cookies, and an
oh,
Oreo McFlurry.
yeah. There's no way you ate it all.
I did. Hand to God, swear on my life, I ate it all. Every
See,
single bite.
I definitely could put down all the savory stuff, but I think the McFlurry on top of cookies was where I probably you probably had to like force yourself to
It
finish
was
that.
painful, yeah.
Yeah,
But you always have extra room in your stomach when you switch from savory to sweet. That's science.
yeah, but not sweet to sweet. Add in three cookies and then having
Little.
three cookies and then add in but that means you're still not switching. You're still going more. You already
I
had
know.
a meal of dessert and you're adding another dessert. That's I don't think you enjoyed that as much as you want me to believe you did.
No, I didn't enjoy it very much, honestly. I didn't feel very good Sunday morning. But what I did enjoy, I enjoyed like the first like half of it, like because I was
Okay.
just because my dogs were gone, they weren't here. I
Oh
can't eat on the couch when my dogs are here. They they're
yeah,
bad
they're
dogs.
gross.
I'm not a good owner.
Yeah.
Cynthia was gone, so I'm just like standing in front of the TV with a McDonald's bag, and I'm just standing there eating it. I'm like sitting on the coffee table eating it. That was fun while I was watching Jalen Brunson fucking close out
Yeah.
the Spurs
What did you have to drink?
out on the course,
No.
or when I get back.
What's your meal? What was the beverage?
Just like Fresca and water.
Oh, okay.
I always got Frescas on deck.
Yeah,
That's my
Frescas are
signature.
the carbonated, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So I wonder if this is true. I think carbonated drinks is in, carbonated drinks are planned in the food industry by the food industry. I think they
I agree.
like expand your stomach so you can eat more.
I agree.
Right? Makes
Yes.
sense? Because
Yes.
you swallow it and you literally feel your stomach bloat. And you're like, I can get a couple more bites in there. And
Yeah.
then you order five sandwiches and large fries and two desserts. You think that's normal? Yeah,
Everything processed is processed to make us eat more. So
yeah,
soda, food, it's all set up to make us have more of it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, 100% agree.
Okay, sorry.
But
Wanted
I
to get that off.
finally get McDonald's.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten McDonald's in months. I was
It's
waiting till
good.
after the wedding to get it. The Big Arch Burger was off the menu, so I couldn't get it. I missed my
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah. I actually I did try to get a big arch menu the other day. Like maybe it was 2 3 weeks ago. I was on a run. I had to get lunch real fast, and I was like, "Let me go to McDonald's. It's on the way to work." And same
And it
thing.
was
I was very
gone.
disappointed. No, no big arch. Oh, did it die off because he was bad? Did not have success, or it
I
was
think it was
just a
just a
scary?
limited time
Like,
sandwich.
I feel like limited. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. I feel like those are like at least for a couple of months because
It
you got to
was a
get.
couple months though.
Was it? Yeah, fair. Because you need like at first you need like a couple of weeks rollout. You do your commercials and your ads. Then you need to like keep the word to mouth advertisement to go, and then
Mhm.
you get a big roll of like, it's popular. Everybody's trying it. I remember when that happened to the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Remember,
Mhm.
people were I was in Germany at the time, and we had Popeyes down there. They were selling out within minutes as soon as they would get new orders in. It was so
Damn.
popular. So, yeah,
I love a limited time fast food item. That'll
I do.
usually get me in the door.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good strategy.
It was funny because, sorry, I'm kind of going backwards now. Um, when Hokit said the thing about Michelle Obama being a man, then they go to
Yeah.
commercial, and then they come out of commercial, and they're talking about, and they've got like Mark Zuckerberg on screen, and they're talking about how Meta is providing like glasses to all blind veterans. Remember this last night? It's like
Uh,
such a, and like Dana White announced it or something. He's like, we're giving Meta glasses to all blind veterans. It's such a nice thing, such a great charity thing, and like Mark Zuckerberg, you know, big UFC guy, like highly visible.
yeah,
Part of them has to be so embarrassed. It's like we really are just following this fucking thing that just happened. Like Jesus,
I know.
tough.
Yeah, yeah. That was a very selfish thing for him to do.
It really was. Yeah. Okay. Holding your phone while walking. Got that. Golf with Stevie. Got that. Cynthia asking about Mello. I think that's kind of all I got. Oh, House of the Dragon season 3.
Oh, I'm so pumped about it. I mean, I'll send you guys that tweet. It's saying it's gonna have a 72-minute long battle scene where it's just gonna be action and dragons and fighting, and I think it's gonna be the first episode too, right? Is that what the tweet said?
It is. Oh yeah,
Jump
that's the first
straight into
episode.
the climax of the battle or the conflict, which I kind of appreciate, especially after dragging this along for the first two seasons. We get it. Tensions are high. They hate each other. I feel like the scene is set. Let's not take 3 episodes to fucking draw swords. I want to get right in there. And
Dude,
sometimes we get that.
you don't need to sell me. I've been jumping straight to the climax my whole life.
I know.
So I've heard a lot of good things. So I watched a review earlier today. My guy Charlie from Emergency Awesome, he does breakdowns every week. He does breakdowns of the trailers. He got early screeners, so he did a non-spoiler review,
Ooh,
and he had very nice things to say. So
that's
we all
awesome.
know last season, Warner Brothers was going through this acquisition, and it was
Yeah.
supposed to be 8 or 10 episodes, and it got cut to 8. So good news, they went into this season knowing exactly how many episodes it's going to be. So there's no question about that. It's 8 episodes, and they wrote the season to be 8 episodes, and it is dragons galore. So are anybody that's like, I need dragons to enjoy the show, Stevie,
I'm
you're going to be
also.
satisfied. You're like that too. Yeah, you can't enjoy, like, you hated A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Hated
I
it.
didn't hate. No, stop it. I didn't hate 97 Kingdoms, although I would have appreciated. Actually, yeah. What are you talking about? I love Dragon of Seven Kingdoms. I loved Night of Seven
I
Kingdoms
know.
probably more than anybody. It was just hard for me to get into first couple episodes. I'm just like that though. You gotta really. Get me on a hook. Once you got me on a hook, I'll ride or die.
Okay, well, I can't believe it took me this long to ask you this. I didn't even have this in my notes. I'm glad that it just jumped into my brain. But I wanted to know what you thought of Project Hail Mary because you watched it the other day.
Oh yes,
And I
yes.
wanted to ask you what you thought, but then I was like, no, 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 tell me on the pod.
Yeah. All right. So Project Hail Mary, great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I
Yay!
thought it was a great movie. You're not gonna like this. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not. You're probably not gonna care. But there was people out there that were comparing this movie to Interstellar.
Okay.
I don't even think it's close as far as like ranking movies. Like Interstellar's S tier, and Project Hail Mary is probably like B to A tier if we're being generous. Um, doesn't mean it was a bad movie. I thought it was great. A lot of fun watching it. But let's not get crazy and compare it to one of the greatest films ever. Um, it was a little too long, and that's how I know it was not as good as Interstellar because Interstellar was also too long. But there's not a wasted second in Interstellar. Everything's everything, and I think that was this one dragged on a little longer than I was hoping for.
Great take. Great
Thank
take.
you,
I
thank you.
think I'm with you, bro. A very, very good movie. Interstellar is the space movie of our lifetimes.
Yeah,
Okay. You think of space movie, that's Interstellar.
hmm
This was a great space movie.
yeah,
Like Martian, a great space movie. Um, what else? Gravity, pretty good space movie. You know,
yeah,
but when you think space movie, it's Interstellar. So yeah,
yeah.
not at that level. I was
Okay.
worried you weren't going to like it, but I'm really glad that you did.
What did you think? Why did you think I was not gonna like it?
Well, okay, so part of the reason why I loved it so much and why it got me so emotional is because I love my dogs. I'm a big dog lover. And the relationship between Rocky and Grace is like a little bit of a human to a dog relationship. You know, he kind of resembles a dog. He speaks and he's
Yeah,
alien, but he crawls around like a dog. So,
runs
um,
around.
yeah. And so I don't know. I thought you would, I didn't know if the relationship between them would land for you.
They
Like, did
did.
you get emotional at all during the movie?
Yeah, when he spoiler alert for people who haven't seen it, but it's been out for a while, so I don't feel bad. The scene where he has to like come out of his enclosure to save him and get him in a little healing chamber, healing spot, and almost dies himself was I was I was emotional about it. I didn't cry, but I was like, damn. And
I
then vice
cried.
versa. Yeah, vice versa when Ryan Grace was watching over him. I I wish he went back. One thing if I wanted to see though, him going back. I don't like that they left that to our
We
interpretation.
didn't see him go back to Earth and like soak it in.
Yeah, I feel like that
I
was a
saved the
little added.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, he needed a nice redemption. It was a cool twist we found out at the end. I think it was right before they do the whole mission on the planet, Adrian. Because remember, the whole time he's remembering how he got there. He knows he's smart. He knows, and then eventually he figures out he's a scientist, and he starts to remember like that he was involved in a project Hail Mary, but we didn't figure out how he got on the actual spaceship till like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Right. And he was
That was a
tricked,
re-
right?
Yeah, well, he wasn't tricked. He was sedated and forced because
Yeah.
he refused because he was a coward. Um, so I thought that was a cool little twist at the end. I
You know what I
enjoyed it. It was
hated? The
what?
one thing I hated about the movie was the fucking karaoke scene. I thought that was so cringe and gay.
Yeah, he was not great.
I didn't need that woman singing. I really didn't even need to see her human side at all. Like she could have just
That's
been like
yeah.
an
So that was
emotionless
my
drone the
thing
whole
too.
time.
Yeah, because I thought she was like there was gonna be like this because she was such a robotic, like I'm just about my mission type of gal. And then, as you said, they wedged that human side of her in that scene, karaoke scene, and then you see a little bit of almost like a romantic interaction between her and Grace. And you're like, okay, maybe this is the love that he needs to come back to because Grace has nothing tying him down to earth. Like he doesn't even
I
have
know.
anything, anybody. not even a dog, as they mentioned in the movie. So you're like, oh, maybe this is the redemption little thing. Like, hey, they're gonna have a spark, and he's gonna be the one comes back to her. Even when he was talking to Rocky, Rocky had a mate that he was with for 170 years or whatever, and he couldn't remember if he had anybody or not. And I was like, it's probably gonna be her, but he wasn't. He was
I'm glad they
instead.
didn't force that.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I
fact that
guess.
he had nothing made it very believable that he was going to die out there, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
In the book, like the woman Strat, she's all like they really play up the fact that she's like the most powerful woman in the world because this is such a dire time. She can just get access to anything like at any time,
Mm,
which was kind of cool. That didn't really come through. And she was too
yeah.
old and not hot enough to be a love interest of Ryan Gosling. So
See that's why it was so hard to. I was between. I was like, it looks like there's a little bit of romantic chemistry here, but also same thing I thought. I was like, she looks kind of old and like not hot enough for Ryan Gosling. Like if you're gonna give like Ryan Gosling a love interest, it's gotta be like Emma Stones and um who
and then
else?
you can't go too hot because then it's an unrealistic scientist.
Yeah, exactly. Which Ryan Gosling did great though. I think he was a very believable character. He did a really good job.
He was awesome, and I heard him in an interview talking about because they filmed in chronological order the movie. Sometimes they don't do that, and so his like the first like quite a long bit of filming. He's doing all of his scenes alone. He's not talking to anybody. He's talking to himself as the movie's kind of starting. And then finally Rocky comes into it and he's just like, I needed a companion. I needed a screen partner. So like the friendship was like super organic, and genuine between him and Rocky. And it was cool seeing how that they fucking like Rocky was an actual puppet. He wasn't CGI. He was like four people just like kind of like puppeteering him around. It was cool. Great
Yeah,
movie. I'm glad you liked it.
yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a fun movie.
Anything else for the people here?
Hmm.
There's got to be more. Hunter Cleaver, great guy.
And
Good
he thought
hands.
you were very cool.
You're making that up. But he probably did. I mean,
He did. Stevie confirmed. He thought you were the goat, I think, or something like that. He was glazing a little bit.
really? Okay, that's chill.
Yeah.
Probably because I had a solo eagle. I fucking showed out. I was hitting the ball
I
pretty well
know. I
until I
mean,
was
how
blackout
great
drunk.
does that feel?
It felt pretty awesome. Yeah. We got to get you at the next one next June, the 5th annual.
Fifth annual, yeah. I should come up there.
God, okay. Damn, I really have nothing left. Broncos signed a couple guys. Wait, is there any
Jonathan,
NFL news?
Jonathan Cooper is beating and chewing
We
on his
talked.
wife's
Yeah,
phone.
we talked about that.
No, not really. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. TMZ. Tyrese Halliburton's fiance's friend dies during her bachelorette party. That's crazy. So Tyrese Halliburton's fiance is having her bachelor party and her friend died at it?
Wow. You think
Oh my god.
Coke?
Unexpectedly from health complications, does not suspect that foul play, drugs, or alcohol contributed to her death. I got bad news, guys. Probably was.
Yeah, doubtful. Doubtful it was not drugs, alcohol, or any abuse.
I know. 26-year-old. Oh my god. Jameel Hill. I'm just scrolling Twitter now. This is terrible podcasting. Jameel Hill says UFC Freedom 250 felt more like a Trump rally than a party for all Americans.
Jamil Hill, is that the UFC fighter?
Jameel Hill is like a former ESPN woman. She is looking more white every time I see her. She looks crazy in this video.
Uh, I was thinking of Jamal Hill. They were talking about Jamal Hill.
No.
We didn't talk. Oh, we did talk about. Did you watch the fights? Like actually watch the fights?
Yeah, I watched one. I fell asleep After I think the Derek Lewis fight was actually the last one I saw. No. What the fuck is the guy? Sugar
Sugar Sean,
Sean?
Sugar Sean, that was a great fight.
Yeah, that was the last one I saw.
Yeah, so you missed the co-main and main event, which were also
Mhm.
good fights.
Were they worth a rewatch? Are they that good?
No, probably not for you. You probably wouldn't care.
Okay.
Main event. I mean, Topuria and Justin Gaethje fight was bananas. That one was actually crazy. You should rewatch that one. The full fight's already on TikTok. So,
Knockout?
dude, just violence. So much violence.
Were there any
I
women fights yesterday?
no, just like God intended.
Do UFC fans not like when the women fight? Do they think that shit's
Uh,
boring?
yeah, I think I can't speak of all of the UFC fans. There's some great UFC female fighters have put on great shows. Like Amanda Nunez was a big one who she would always knock out, but she's also like a borderline man. You know, she has
Speaking
like a
of borderline men, I got an answer on this. How is it racist to call Michelle Obama a man?
okay.
Actually, I didn't really get an answer, but somebody replied to Shannon Sharp going off about it being racist. This guy says, "What other black women have been accused of being a man? How is that joke keeping black women down? Also, that's not how defamation works." Shannon Sharp said Venus and Serena Williams.
People think that they're women. They're men.
I think they've probably been accused of being men or having to. Somebody saying Brittany Griner. Has this?
Well,
Yeah, has this happened to any white women? Now I'm thinking. I can't even think of like a buff white woman.
I know.
Like
Yeah,
that's that level of buff.
very hard time coming up with one.
When I think
Caitlyn,
buff women, I just
Caitlyn
think Ronda
Jenner.
Rousey. That's a real man.
It's a
Probably
white
watch a
woman.
ton of porn.
Uh,
Okay, well, Michelle Obama, just come out and tell us you're a man. Just admit it. It's over.
or, or just prove it that you're not.
How though? She can't. It's a problem.
She good.
I don't think so.
There's one way to do it.
I don't think she has the facilities. I think
I see what. Okay.
Bill Simmons says he would bet his life that LeBron James is signing with the Warriors. I've been saying this.
Oh my god. Do we want that? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Listen, LeBron. You know LeBron James is dead to me at this point. But Drake did say he made a career by switching teams up, so that would go.
He's still
That
your
would,
go. So
yeah, on the court he is. Off the court, he's a bitch.
hold on. I see these tweets sometimes. It's you see this? That's pretty good. All right, we'll end it with that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Whoever made this meal, good job.